Guys, thanks for tuning back in to another episode of the Game of Cryptos. I hope you guys are all doing well. This video, I'm going to go over when is the time to sell your crypto. When is going to be the right time period to sell your crypto? Is it going to be, later in 2024, 2025? Which quarter is it going to be? If you guys have been following my channel, you know I did do a video previously stating when Bitcoin is going to top. So in this video, I'm going to kind of slightly touch that, but I'm going to let you guys know when the time I think is to sell your crypto. Looking at this chart, this is previous bear and bull market history with the 4-year cycles ever since 2012 up till almost now. If you look, this price over here is a little bit lower. This was from an older article back when Bitcoin was at 30,000, so obviously this is a little bit higher, but as you can see from this chart, the white lines are when the halvenings occur, and as you can see, right after the halvenings occur, straight up bull market, halvening, straight up bull market, halvening, straight up bull market. So again, guys, in this video, I'm going to go over and discuss when I think is the best time to sell your crypto to maximize your gains. To kickstart this video, we're just going to show a little visual of Bitcoin and gold and just giving you guys an idea of just how bullish Bitcoin has been in its previous history. Let's just sit back, watch this for a second. Crazy. Just look at Bitcoin's price action compared to gold. Which one do you think is a better investment if you're putting money in? And this one's showing if you were in DCA $100 a month since 2014. Just absolutely absurd. Okay, so we don't need to watch the rest of it, but you get my point. So Bitcoin has been one of the best performing assets, if not the best performing asset ever in existence, and everything with these Bitcoin ETFs, the spot Bitcoin, it's just going to continue that trend. So as we know, the Bitcoin halvening is now roughly 49 days away. So right now it's projected towards the end of April, and as we have seen from that chart, right after the halvening is when we start to see extremely bullish price action. So in this video, I'm going to discuss when is the best time to sell your crypto. So let's dig into that right now. So guys, when is the best time to sell your crypto? Well, one of the best times is when your price targets get hit. So when you buy a crypto, and it's a good idea to kind of either write it down or just subliminally in your head, just tell yourself, okay, when this crypto gets to around this price point, I'm going to start selling. Now, it's up to you if you're going to sell everything or if you're going to sell maybe 25% of your bag. At the end of the day, that's up to you. You can maybe leave some for your moon bag in case, prices go higher, but that's going to be completely up to you. Another time when it's probably time to sell, or could be an indicator, is when everyone is asking you about Bitcoin. When your friends, your family, people that are not investors, are not into crypto, when you have people at your work just asking you like, hey, did you hear about this coin? Or hey, did you hear about Bitcoin? It might be a cycle top indicator where you might want to start getting ready to sell your bags, because if you don't, you will be exit liquidity, and we don't want to be exit liquidity. At the end of the day, someone has to lose in this game. It's unfortunate, but in all honesty, the ones that deserve the most are the ones that are in the market now. If you are watching this, you deserve it more than anyone else, because you did all the hard work. You were buying in the bottom of the bear market after Bitcoin came down in 2021, and then you were DCAing in 2022, and then the 2023. You deserve the gains. Another time when it might be important to sell your crypto is when meme coins are starting to go absolutely insane. Now, I will say, as of recent, you do have some meme coins that have just been absolutely ripping it lately. You like Pepe's been going up. You have Dog with Hat, which I believe is a Solana meme coin, has been going up. You just have all these different memes. Now, by any means, I don't think that, like, you have this random coin called Digiverse. This is just off of trending off of coin market cap. Never heard of that one. But we'll click at Pepe. Pepe has been really bullish. Now, for some, you might think like, oh, it's up 227% in 7 days. Some people would be very nervous by that and be like, market's a little toppy. Locally, yes, the market can be kind of toppish, but that doesn't mean that, oh, the bull run's over. Hey guys, sell all your crypto because all these memes are going crazy. No. I think all of this is still just a trailer for what's to come. I personally, not financial advice, I don't think it's anywhere near the time to start selling any of your crypto. I think this is just, when Bitcoin pumped recently up to about 64K, now you're seeing some of that money flow into other cryptos. It's kind of flowing down that chart from your top 10s all the way down, just trickling down through the cracks. And this is what you're seeing with the meme coin. So right now, I do not think it is, quote unquote, time to sell your bags because meme coins are going crazy. You'll know when meme coins are going crazy. Like when you see a market cap of it like just double overnight, and you see what happened with Doge and Shiba back in 2021. That's what I mean with the craze. Moving on. Another time when it's possibly time to sell your crypto is when the 4-year cycle plays out like normal. Okay, you're wondering, okay, what does that mean exactly? Well, this actually goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video, and I'll go back to this chart. If you are paying attention to some of the cycle trends, people say the market comes in these like 4-year cycles. You have some up periods, and then you have some down periods, sideways action, distribution phase, and then, you have the euphoria phase. Like, the market is going to be bullish and bearish, up and down. Well, based on that, if you're following some of this price action, you can start to see like a story that Bitcoin has been telling ever since 2012. And when you actually start to calculate, some of these numbers, you start to come up with like predictions. Now, I will say a lot of people, at the end of this video, I will kind of give you my ideal date, but right now it seems like there's a lot of YouTubers that still are stressing, November, December of 2025. You're going to see, I'm going to kind of suggest otherwise. I think it's going to be earlier than that. I will say that. But again, at the end of this video, you will see my prediction for that. I did state it in a previous video, but for those of you that are new and maybe didn't watch that, I'm going to state it. So again, this could be another time when you might want to start selling. If you, really believe in this, 4-year cycle, then maybe you would end up potentially selling in late Q4 of 2025. But again, you have to be careful when there's general consensus that thinks that it's going to go to this date, because you do know when people think it's all going to go here, people are going to front run, and it's going to top earlier and sell earlier. So just be careful with that. So yeah. And then moving on. So this was the whole point of this video, is my most important point. I'm going to disappear here for a second. I have it marked the best time to sell your crypto, guys. Despite everything I just previously said in the ones above, this is the most important. Number 5. When you made life-changing money is when you sell your crypto. That's when you sell your crypto, guys. You sell your crypto when you're satisfied with how much money you made. You don't need to listen to YouTubers and, listen to their price targets or anything, because as we've seen in previous cycles, price targets rarely get hit because there's too much euphoria and people have these moon boy numbers and they never get hit, and then people get wrecked and become exit liquidity. At the end of the day, you sell your crypto when you have made life-changing money. When you see a number in your trading portfolio or whatever, HODL portfolio, when you see it hit a number you're happy with, that is ultimately when you start selling. So my point of this video, yes, I gave you these other points, which are, good, points to potentially look at. But at the end of the day, the most important thing and what I'm going to do is when I feel like I made enough money, and hopefully we all get that potential life-changing opportunity. So going back to my point, I'm going to go over a couple charts. You're going to see a green line and a blue line, and the green line is where the expectation was, and then the blue line is where we actually went. So this is why I say it's going to be dangerous listening to everyone saying, oh, this crypto's going to the moon, this crypto's going to the moon, this crypto's going to the moon, because you're going to think that it is, and then you're going to realize, oh, I should have exited out earlier to get more gains. Here's great examples. Back in 2021, so this is 2021 snapshot. There was general consensus on all across the internet, oh, Bitcoin's going to 100K, Bitcoins are going to 100K. Well, guess what happened? It didn't. Instead of doing this in the green, what we thought it was going to do, going to 100K, it went to around 69K was the bull market top in 2021. So therefore, you have people expecting it to go up here. So in reality, as the market's running down, you have people that are still thinking like, oh, Bitcoin's at maybe 54, it's going to go back up. Oh, now Bitcoin is at 49, it's going to go back up. And then now it's 30. And then you slowly start to realize, okay, it was never going to go to 100K, and I had some profit, but I didn't get as much as I could have if I had sold up here. That is the danger of just listening to what everyone thinks is going to happen. That's why I said at the end of the day, it is the most important thing that you can do is, you can have your own price targets, this and that, but when you feel like you've made enough money is when you sell. And again, you can sell all of it, you can sell half of it, a quarter of it, leave some more it's up to you. But I know that this is the method right now I think that I'm going to do. And when I see a number that I am happy with, I'm going to start just selling it. So moving on to the next one here. Another prime example, Ethereum. There was general consensus, oh, we're going to 10K Ethereum, Nope. Around 4,800. Again, these numbers are rounded. Roughly, we might have went to 49, you get my point. We didn't go as high as expectations. Green line was the expectation. Blue line, where we actually went, around 4,800. Again, if you thought we were going here, you probably held, and you might not have gotten wrecked, but you didn't get as much profit as you thought that you originally were going to walk away with. You were still looking around expecting a 10K Ethereum, and instead of selling at 4,800, you ended up selling at maybe 2,500, and you lost almost half of what you could have had. Again, this is the This is the potential dangers of listening to everyone on YouTube, giving all these price predictions. And I get it. I've given you guys some price predictions in the past, but even when I say those things, those are my beliefs. But at the end of the day, just know, even though I said those price predictions, it doesn't mean I'm going to hold until that price prediction. I will, if it lines up with what I'm happy with in my account, I'm going to sell earlier, okay? And not financial advice, but I would advise you guys to maybe potentially use that as a way of knowing when to sell. It's up to you. And then lastly, of course, you guys all remember the hype with Dogecoin. Elon Musk going on SNL. I'll never forget, here we are, we're seeing Doge just skyrocket, going crazy, and you felt like, okay, this is for sure going to $1. And it didn't. I believe it either topped out around 69 cents to like 74, depending on what exchanges, depending on what exchanges you were looking at, slightly different prices, but it was around this price, around the all-time high. And I was actually invested in the Dogecoin, and it was like the gateway crypto that got me into crypto. And of course, I still came out profitable, but I got wrecked. I could have made a lot more money, but I was listening to all the hype. I was listening to all the hype that was going around with Dogecoin and, Elon Musk and, everyone saying Doge is going to $1. And that just shows you what happens when you get caught up in all the hype on YouTube and hearing all these YouTubers. And when you're, naive and you don't really know much about crypto, because that was my first bull run. Now I know what to do. And again, I'm going to start scaling out when I start seeing numbers in my account that I'm happy with. And hopefully it's numbers that could be potentially life-changing. So just remember that, guys. Just remember that. And then lastly, I told you guys I'm going to give you my idea of when I think the market is going to top. Now, these numbers are from this chart that I showed you earlier. And all I'm doing is just calculating these numbers and giving you averages. So a lot of these numbers are kind of showing you, okay, from the halvening, how many days since the halvening to the top of Bitcoin were we bullish? Halvening, top of Bitcoin, how long were we bullish? And then just adding and subtracting numbers here. So in a previous video, I had stated that so if you combine all the 3 bullish days from the halvening to the market top of Bitcoin, it was 483 days, or roughly 15.5 months, until Bitcoin topped out. Now, some altcoins topped out before and some after. So these numbers are based on if the halvening were to happen April 1st. Now, right now, it looks as if it's going to be maybe the 3rd or 4th week. So arguably, you could adjust this by about a month further into each one of these. So if you combine all 3 bullish days and take the average, 15.5 months is going to be the latest Bitcoin could possibly top out, which would mean the top would be June or July of 2025. June or July of 2025. That is earlier than what I see a lot of people projecting, which is like November, December of 2025. If you combine the last 2 bull runs, so just I believe it was the 2017? No, 2016. So if you combine the 2016 halvening and the 2020 halvening instead of all 3, let's see, let me go back to that. It's going to be about 542 days, so it's going to be longer, or 17.5 months from the halvening date to the Bitcoin top, which would mean that the top would be around August of 2025 to potentially August or September. So again, still early. So Again, guys, none of this is financial advice. At the end of the day, anything can happen. None of this is guaranteed. But if you're someone that is waiting for the 4-year cycle to kind of play out, this can give you some ideal ranges of when to potentially start scaling out. Again, none of this is financial advice. I already told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start scaling out when I start to see numbers in my account that I'm happy with and satisfied with. Now, if it lines up with these times, cool. But if it doesn't, that's also cool. So I hope this video was informative for you guys. Let me know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Bitcoin's going to top out earlier in like Q3? So, maybe like this later summer of 2025, or is it going to be Q4? Is it going to be around November or December? So let me know in the comments. I'll be in the comments commenting. And does this sound reasonable, or does this seem completely off, completely ridiculous? And again, guys, I hope some of these tips have been helpful. And tell me in the comments, what are you going to do? When are you going to sell? What's something that you're like following, that you're telling yourself, okay, when this happens, this is when I'm selling. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.